This is a race problem behavior, a guided practice activity for week 4, and there are 2 parts to it. The first part is a PowerPoint presentation, and then we'll move into the Word document that you're going to complete. A race problem behavior is an acronym, and it stands for the different steps involved in completing the activity. These are the different components to it. All behavior has a reason. What is it that the student is getting out of or avoiding? We either have positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement being to obtain or get something, or obtain and get attention. Negative reinforcement is to escape or avoid something. Okay, either an activity or an aversive social interaction. Replacement behavior is what we want to define to take the place of the problem behavior. So if you think about the target behavior, it's irrelevant. We want to make sure it's irrelevant, ineffective, and inefficient. The replacement behavior then should be relevant, effective, and efficient. And there are some secrets to how to do that. Okay, fundamental rule is that you should not propose to reduce a problem behavior without also identifying the alternative desired behaviors the person should perform instead of the problem behavior. Here's a summary statement about Nathan. Okay, he when isolated from peers, in close proximity, then he engages in unsafe acts in order to obtain the attention of his peers and or the adults around him. Think about what a replacement behavior might be for Nathan. Okay, and we'll come back to this later. But I want to see if you can come up with one that would serve the same function as the problem behavior. Here's another example, and this is about Tara, who is attempting to escape an aversive activity, being her math assignment. Think about what kind of replacement behavior you might be able to come up with for her. Think about the context in which the problem is occurring. Okay, it's right after she's already been engaged in doing a difficult task in terms of seat work. Okay, this is the competing pathway. And the competing pathway helps us to define what is the replacement behavior or the acceptable behavior that we want to work on. Okay, if we look at the green boxes, the desired behavior is the alternative behavior. It's the one that ultimately we want as a goal. The acceptable behavior is a step toward the desired behavior. Okay, so the important thing to remember about the competing pathway is that what we want to make sure is that the problem behavior and the acceptable alternative behavior both are maintained by the same function, being adult or peer attention. So let's look at Nate and let's think about his competing pathway. We know the setting event, the antecedent, the problem. We also know that it's maintained by positive positive reinforcement, being peer or adult attention. Okay, if we think about the desired behavior, it's to play so appropriately. Okay, we want that for all students. Play safely on the playground, and the typical consequence is other students will play with you. The acceptable alternative is to initiate appropriate play with the help of a coach. So when we did the interview and the observations of Nate, we identified that Nate did not have the skills to initiate play with others. That's why he would hit, kick, push, etc. Okay, what we want to do is we want to teach him how to appropriately ask his peers to play with him. Okay, we're going to enlist the help of a coach on the playground who can provide him with prompts and support in how to do this. Okay, now we're going to go to some of the accompanying handouts and look at those. They're going to help us in terms of understand the plan. And then you have some questions that you'll respond to.